Hi everybody, it's Ellen. I have another tutorial for you. It's still those cute little baskets. This is the granny square basket. It's a little wider because it's on more pin bars, of course. This is for the full 5 pin bar granny square. I think it's cute. It's kind of a wider basket. It still has the great granny square pattern on the bottom. Here's the difference, I guess, to the other baskets. That's not it. Here's the Easter basket one. So it's definitely a larger size. And the kaleidoscope right here. So it's still a little bit bigger, but it's very durable, so I just have to show everybody how to make it. Even if you're tired of the baskets, I have to show you. So, we'll get started. I basically have kept the edge double banded, the handle is double banded, everything else is single banded. This is a little bit more complicated to do than the other baskets, simply because once we get up a little farther, when we drop bands, we want to connect some of the corner pieces by adding some bands in. So it kind of gets a little more confusing than just going straight up, but it's still definitely doable. So put these over here. We have our 5 pin bar even pins loom set up, and instead of starting in the corner, we're actually going to start in the middle here. We're going to go 2 to the right. These are 2 bands. This is the border of the basket there. 2 to the right, and then go up 4. Like that. And then we'll come back down here, and we'll go 2 to the left. And then go 4 up. And I'm not really sure why I didn't have you come over on the other side, but you're going to want to go 2 in the center on this side. And then 2 this way. So now we'll put an end cap right here. Just 1 band, loop 2 or 3 times, like that. And then we need to make our handle to go on next. And it is double banded. It's the end cap, like this, and then 14 fishtails, or however you want to call that, I guess. 14 more bands. So this would be end cap plus 1 band, so I need 13 more. And 14. So what we'll do with this is you'll take the open end that's on your hook and you'll put it on this pin over here in the center, like that. Then you're going to take the other end and try not to twist it too much, but you're going to stretch it all the way around and put it on the other side with your end cap. So open your end cap up and put that over the pin. And just kind of pull it down out of the way. Like that. Then what we're going to do is come in from the corners like that, and then you're actually going to come in between those as well. Like so. And then I'm going to lay bands kind of in the little arrow shape here towards the center. So come into this point and then go back out. Like this. I have that. And then we want to do our corners. Just kind of make a little box shape here. Like that. And then we want to fill in the center. So from the center, you'll go out to every pin around. Then we need an end cap here in the middle, 3 or 4 times, depending on how tight your bands are. So like that. And then what we're going to do is loom this out. So go in through your center and pull out the bands all the way around. Like that. Then we'll do our corner pieces. So go in and loom those out. Like that. Then we'll loom out our little V's here. So let's go in through the kind of end cap we made here and loom these out. Like so. And then we'll just get these kind of corner pieces, my green bands. Just go in there and pull them back. Like that. And now we need to make this so that it'll kind of sink in a little bit. And how we'll do that? By adding some bands. So basically on every pin we're going to stick our hook through the top stuff, pull it off, grab a band, pull it through, and then put it back on the pin. And you're going to do that for every one. If it's easier for you, you can just stick your hook through and pull it up, put it on, pop it off, and then put it back on the pin that way. These kind of middle side ones are only one band, so they're not too bad to just stick your hook through and pull it off and drop the band. But these ones have two bands on them, so it's a little bit tighter. So you can just pull the band up through, loop it, pull it off, put it back on. So do that for every pin around. And try not to twist your bands as you put them back together. Turn this around so it's a little easier to work. And again. And this is the last one. So like that. And now we need to do a couple more of the dropping of the bands for some of these pins. This is kind of the part that gets a little icky. Because if we just leave it like this, it won't come down quite like the square. It'll be, it won't drop down enough if we don't do a little bit more banding in the corners. We're not going to do anything with the middle bands here, but we do need to change a little bit here. And what that involves is we actually need to make a cross piece in here so that as we lower this, it won't spread apart too far. So if you take your hook and stick it through this little area right here, take a band, pull it up, and then put it on this pin over here. Then you'll do the same thing and bring it over to this pin. Like that. And now, so we can just finish working on this corner, we're going to drop these two again. So you put your band in there, pull it up, and drop this one. And the same thing over here. Like that. And we're just going to repeat that in the other corners. So through here, grab your band, loop it, pull it over to that side. Do the same thing for the other side. Like that. And then go in through here, and we're just going to drop this again. And the same thing over here. And then repeat that for the other two corners. And last one. One more. Alright. So there's what it looks like now. So now we can just go and loom up the sides. So turn your loom around, come around to your end cap, stick your hook through there, grab the top two bands, and just loom them back towards themselves. It does get a little tight where the handle is, so if you need to, just pull those bands up a little bit and grab them with your fingers to pull them up some more. We're just going to go over to this point right here. Like that. Then come back to where your end cap is and go up the other side. And just go back up to that center right here. Like that. So now we can stick our hook in through here and pull this off the loom. And first we want to close this. So I just take a band that's the color of my border and I'll pull it through all of that. Then I look around here on the back, on this kind of inside of the basket, find the next stitch over, put my hook through there, put it through some of the middle stuff, and then come out in the front, in the middle of that stitch that is over one. Put my other band end on the hook, and now pull that through carefully. And I'm just pulling it through my other band as well, because that just kind of bunches up there. It looks like I grabbed an extra band there, so now determining which one is the band I want. Yep, that one. I had to make sure. I didn't want to lose it right now. I'm just going to pull that tight and then I'll weave it in after a while. So then you take your basket, give it some good stretches out, and just like that. Adorable little basket. And it's pretty much reversible once you hide the little tail, so whichever way you like better. The only difference, I guess, really is how the handle looks on one side of the basket versus the other side. So just like that. We have a beautiful little granny square basket. So I hope this tutorial wasn't too bad to follow. Definitely takes a little bit more work with dropping the bands, but I think it's definitely worth it with the way that it looks. So thank you for watching, and I will have more tutorials for you soon.